Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Man
coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, this is Harris. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Harris. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Browns. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Pickett sets up play action. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here. as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Pickett back to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Chubb try the middle here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Chubb is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He finds Austin complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air yet again, Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Chubb will get the call running left. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Check match. 19 tight. Shot 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Right there, hurt.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
19 right. Not saying 19.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Crowd keeps moving.
On the move past the 40. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns
Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Quincy Roche coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
It's brought in by Harris. Room here to run. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
Let's go now.
And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Watson now to throw. And the ball comes out.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Shoves him away. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So Cleveland able to come away with the